first of all, I've got to start this vlog with an apology. Unfortunately, due to the complicated system of the GoPro, which I'm sure I'm the only one that doesn't understand, and the way that it records, I managed to get the last vlog a little bit mixed up.
Out of sequence.
Yeah, just a little bit.
Just a bit.
So for those of you that actually know the Grand Union Canal, you do have my full apologies. I will desperately try not to make that mistake again.
Otherwise it was just a load of nice pretty pictures.
Yeah, in some sort of sequence.
Just going that way and that way.
Yeah, so I genuinely, I do apologise, and I will definitely make sure I don't make that mistake again. So this vlog...
You wait till they see this video.
Sure. This one is actually, we think, quite funny. Brian, as you may or may not know, has an eye condition.
So I have a long-standing condition. It's AMD, which stands for age-related macular degeneration, and it means that the AMD is wet, so it means that my eye bleeds. And I've lost most of my sight in the left eye in the last years, and now it's happening in my right eye. So basically, for this vlog, for most of it, I was not able to do anything because I couldn't see, because my eye bled, and when that happened, it's like looking through soup.
Yeah, which basically means I end up doing it all. So this vlog, as you may have known in your last, if you saw the last one, we did sort of mention that Brian's eye had bled, and so unfortunately it meant that he had no usable sight for quite a few days.
Still?
Yeah, that's because it's bled again. It's not. So we were going through Blisworth Tunnel, and we also had to go down the locks at Stoke Bruerne. Never been through a tunnel before, never been down locks before. This is our version of going through the tunnel, and then hopefully you'll see the funny side of us going down the locks.
With one blind person and one
old lady trying to be a lone voter. So we hope you enjoy it.
I didn't fall in.
No, I wouldn't let you. Okay. As we leave Blisworth, we head slowly towards Blisworth Tunnel, which was much further away than we were anticipating, and at one point thought we'd actually gone the wrong way. Blisworth Tunnel runs under Blisworth Hill between the villages of Blisworth and Stoke Bruerne. It is 3,075 yards long, or 2,811 metres. It's the longest wide, freely navigable tunnel in Europe. It's wide enough for 2 narrowboats to pass in opposite directions. It's also the 3rd longest navigable canal tunnel in the UK, after Standedge and Dudley. It's also the 9th longest canal tunnel in the world. It's about 143 feet or 43 metres below ground level. Do you see this white tiny dot at the end of the arrow? Well, that is literally the light at the end of the tunnel. Though for most of the journey I was convinced it was another boat coming towards me, as it never occurred to me that such a long tunnel you'll be able to see the end of it. You may be wondering how come the tunnel is so well lit. It's all to do with having 3 sets of lights on the boat. One on the front to let other boat users know we are coming, and 2 more powerful ones on the back either side of the hatch to light the tunnel walls. This made going through the tunnel a lot easier and a lot less scary.
What Denise hasn't told you is that the tunnel is very long, and at both ends of the tunnel the brickwork's stained black, so it seems to swallow up all the light. It is very disconcerting when you can't see, and also quite terrifying.
At the end of the tunnel is the pretty village of Stoke Bruerne with its flight of 7 locks. The disused lock on the west side was part of the original flight of 1804 and was duplicated 30 years later by this one, but by 1850, due to the railways, the earlier locks fell out of use. At the top of the flight is a really interesting canal museum housed in a restored corn mill. It contains a collection of authentic and well-displayed artefacts telling the history of the canal. The village also boasts a cafe, 3 pubs, canal side shop, trip boats and a historic working boat called Sculptor. The Navigation Inn is a beautiful canal-side pub where we were lucky enough to be served the night before all pubs were finally closed due to the lockdown. We totally recommend it once they are open again. And I'm always fascinated by how anyone can navigate wide beams through the narrow canal systems of the UK. Due to Brian's right eye bleeding and the loss of useful sight in his left eye, it was not safe for him to man the locks for me. So here is my novel way of going down the 3rd lock in the flight. Many thanks to my rescuers Alan and Julie, who kindly helped me down the rest of the flight. We are so grateful to them. And as usual, right in the middle of filming, the GoPro battery runs out. Sorry to leave it so soon, but I hope you enjoyed it.